Neil and drummer.
I'm Joe Jet and I play the bass.
I'm Paul and I try to play the guitar.
I'm Wayne, I sing.
Brilliant, and you guys are part of the Joe because you've just released a Big Rock and Roll show. Tell us a bit about that.
The Big Rock and Roll show was released not long back and we recorded it in Paul's living room, but we hired in some good stuff. It wasn't just like demo stuff, we hired in the best tools. And we recorded it, we got a guy called Nils from Norway to engineer it. And then when it was finished, the songs we sent it off to Canada to a guy called Mike Fraser who'd done AC/DC and Aerosmith and Metallica, and all the big bands, Bryan Adams, and even that chick out at Beyonce, what's the chick's name?
Out at
Even
Beyonce.
when I'm with my boo, I'm in the do-do-do-do-do, even when I'm with my boo.
Nelly.
That's not Beyonce.
It's Nelly.
No, that's something to do with
Kelly Rowland.
Nelly, they'll sound the
Well, I
same.
shouldn't have mentioned it. I meant Metallica. And then, it's got great reviews. It's got like 8 out of 10 in classic rock. It's got album of the month in other magazines. So it's been brilliant reviews and everyone's caught on. Got radio play all the time. Yeah, so it's cool.
And so what was the inspiration behind that? What were you trying to make the album?
Well, the Big Rock and Roll show, we've always been into music since we were babies. I was brought up on music, so was my brother, because our father played in Hamburg with his band, so there was always music in the family. And I remember music as being fun and positive. We had great music in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s we didn't, so forget that. And then we're trying to bring back rock and roll in a positive way, in a fun way. Because I think in the 90s it went west somewhere. There wasn't real classic rock bands. When I say classic, I don't mean classic in the sense as in classic as in dated. I mean classic.
I think there was a point where rock and roll became metal, and metal became fast, harder, louder, until you can only go so far with it. It's like, it's just noise.
Feels gone, what you're trying to say is gone.
We're just trying to bring it back.
So it's self-explanatory really. The Big Rock and Roll show is a big rock and roll show. You know, there's 9 songs on that album, Big Rock and Roll show, and they're all positive. We don't sing about troubles of the world or anything like that because, you know, we just want to rock and have fun, and that's what we try to get across. It's about positivity, and people smile. You know, if you want to commit suicide, listen to Coldplay. I mean, whatever. Go on, babies.
Right, so you've got a new single coming out soon, but that's quite a bit of a different feel, isn't it? So how did that one come about?
I'll explain. So we have 3 avenues, and obviously we stem from rock and roll. But we've got the song type things like Ocean of Kings, Hell to LA, which are very song orientated. We have the rock and roll, more the rock and roll feel, which is like the Super Groover and Star Raver, that type of thing. Vibe, rock and roll. And then we got the riff type Led Zeppelin, 70s style with the shake, get down and jam, Studio 54. And that track stems more from the glam rock and roll influence.
It's always a winning formula. If you've got a beat like that.
The thing behind this track is appeal and hopefully catchiness, radio friendly. The hook is in instantly. The hook. So that's what that is.
We needed a dance floor bash about it.
You can't deny it. You can't deny a well-written song, a good song.
Well, we hope that this song is an ignition song, something that will ignite what we're about.
We're doing well now, but we hope that this song pushes us big time. But you can't deny it. Well, it's also a familiar song. In other words, the music of Jamie Jane is something that you'll be familiar with. It's got a familiar rhythm. It's got all the familiar, you know.
Swing,
T-Rex. It's got
all that cool stuff from the
sensibility.
Because I believe that with a song you can't. I think you can't really. If you don't get it the first few seconds to forget it, you can't think about a song. You can't go, I know what this is. Is this or that? You've got to go, I know what that is. I'm digging it and I'm feeling groovy. I'm going to go buy it so I can buy loads of sweets with my money and chocolate.
That was a thing to consider.
You know what I mean? Are my feet in the way?
No, that's fine. Oh.
So what?
So the mask, I mean, why is it just you that wears it?
Because well, it's not a mask. What it is if I take this off, it's the same underneath. Now, I go by the name of Joker Jet. When I'm out there, I go by another name. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But it's not a mask anyway. This is what
mask. What it is about
What mask?
is we are the Jokers, and that is an extension of
What's
his
the matter you all do
personality.
it?
Well, because
I do my thing, but I haven't got a mask because I don't need one because I'm ugly without one.
you know the
See?
thing is, you've got Kiss.
I have a scar, you see, because I've got a damaged left eye,
Really, he's got that. He's blind in one eye.
blind in one eye.
So
So this again is a reflection and extension of my personality.
So anyway, so Joker Jet. This is just my. It's the
That's not
closest.
really a mask.
It's the
And of course,
closest.
Wayne, we don't want to put anything on Wayne's face because look at it.
Yeah, it's hideous. We all kind of, we've all got a kind of rock and roll icon type thing. There's Kiss, there's something else, there's something else. Mine's like Elvis Presley, Comeback Special 67.
No, this is the closest I could come to being a superhero, Joker Jet.
It's,
You know, and the
that's
thing
what it is,
is,
isn't it?
this is, you know what? I'll be honest, it's just entertainment. You know what I mean? It's not that we're compensating with the way we look for our lack of crappy. You know, I think we're decent at what we do with the songs and our song craft and the stage craft and all that. So it's not as if we're compensating for all this shit. But yeah, you know, it's just entertainment. It's rock and roll. You know, so.
And you know what? I think for the past 20 years, it's been boring.
It's been
90s
boring.
and 2000 has been. What do you think?
Boring.
For the past 20 years, it's indie. I maybe like indie.
Sorry,
But
just told us
I
something
think
else.
that it's
Look at the
negative.
stars, look how that shine for you. You need rock and roll.
We want to celebrate and
It is
give
actually
fun
hard
to
to
people. You know,
Oh, no way. No, I'll tell you what I do dig. The Scissor Sisters are really cool.
they're positive.
They're a positive band, you know, and I like all that. They play good songs, they've got an image, they've got something going. So, you know, yeah, I think you know what we're trying to get across. We're just trying to get across fun and positivity, you know. We're playing these local places, but you know, if you want to be a flower, you gotta be a seed. So we're playing all these local places, and we're getting good crowds, and people are digging what we do. So yeah, that's it. Joker Jet rules and all that.